Cruise Control samples some of the latest personal mobility devices on the market to discover the pros and the cons.
Hoverboards, electric unicycles, and electric scooters, collectively known as personal mobility devices or personal electric vehicles. Just how viable are these devices in connecting you to the public transport network? Can they be that electric bridge between the first and the last mile? It's called a hoverboard. Not quite what Marty McFly had in mind. Probably easier to ride, but not necessarily safer.
The key things, I think, step one is for you to have something to hold on to when you get on, either a friend or someone in family, or have something to go hold on when you get on the hoverboard for the first time, and then start slowly.
Well, it's got a pretty controversial reputation with reports of some of them catching fire and exploding in the US and Britain. How can consumers here in Asia prepare for that?
How you can guard against that first as a consumer is that you need to look out for the spring safety mark. So that makes sure that the product you're buying, the battery that you have, is actually verified to be safe. So very unlikely for any scenarios of such instances to happen. Then what you also want to do as a consumer is to limit the usage to certain hours. So don't use it all day, keep it to necessary, and lastly, where most of these reported instances are was when we're charging. So it's recommended that you don't charge more than 3 or 4 hours, and once it's done, unplug it and keep it stored safely.
I took on the ScooZoom balance wheel. At 8 kilograms, it can travel up to 12 kilometers on a 3-hour charge. Able to turn on a dime, it was great through tight indoor corridors. But it got a bit rough once I got out onto the road. It's very sensitive to what's on the ground. So if you're on uneven flooring, you're heading to a gradient, or you're on a gradient like I am, be careful. Whoa. It is not for the road, and that commute to the train station.